Hello, Red here. Just to let you know, we had a bit of a disaster recording yesterday. Audacity decided it hated us, and as a result, Mel's audio for this Blazar episode was recorded on her laptop mic. So this isn't gonna be in an ideal state. Sorry about that, but I hope it's at least listenable. Also, we lost a lot of audio for the Ultra 7 episode. It's a little up in the air whether there's going to be an Ultra Q this week, but we've got some plans. We'll keep you posted. We want to talk about those episodes of Ultra 7. Also, I hope you enjoy this episode, even if it's a little more rough than usual. Bye-bye. Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Skipping the Queue, episode 2 of Ultraman Blazar. My name is Red. I'm joined by Mel.
5 billion views.
5 billion views.
I meant 5 million. I stumbled. I started to say
Let's no. We're going for the billions. We're going for billions.
the first all to make all children adult.
Exactly. So Ultraman Blazar's pretty popular.
Yeah.
It's popping off.
Making a bold new series that's really accessible to people helps.
Yeah, it does. So we watched episode 2 of Ultraman Blazar. We don't. I should just say right now. Don't have a Rasen this week. He's out. He's gone fishing.
Right now he's just like Blazar.
Yeah.
He's out somewhere in my country, but nowhere near me.
Yeah, he's somewhere. But yeah, we haven't got Rasen for a couple of weeks. He will be back for episode 5, probably. No, 4.
No, I think not next week. The week after, I think. Okay, I guess that would be episode
4.
4. Yeah.
Cool. Sick. So we don't do we don't do summaries here like we do on the main show. We'll just kind of talk through the episode a little. Blazar episode 2, very good, because last week was all it was all just set up for Gento. Yeah, and then big fight. But this week, we get introduced to the squad.
Yeah. Worth pointing out that technically speaking, 2 of the squad was in last week, just not
Mm-hmm.
mainly.
Yes.
We can get into that as we, actually meet the squad.
I did not take down names.
I got names.
Fantastic.
I tried to take notes. I fall into the habit of I watch the episode live and then I watch it a second time later to take notes.
I did watch it a second time, not to take notes.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, the first time I was like, I kind of just want to watch the episode again. But if I'm gonna do it, I gotta take notes.
Yeah. So Gento is called in by a senior officer who says you're in charge of SCARD now.
Yeah.
It's what the fuck is SCARD?
Called Haruno Retsu. So.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
And Gento's like, what the hell is SCARD? It's the team that you've handpicked. That I've done the handpicking for you.
Yeah, the special kaiju reaction detachment.
Yeah.
Gento saying in no uncertain terms, if we're gonna handpick them, I would have rather picked them, but
I think it's pretty good. We get to meet them in order. First we meet Jort's girl from last week.
It's Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
She's based on she's definitely the type of girl who's two modes, which you kind of get a sense of last week when she's serious business, in
Mhm.
jorts. But here she's just like casually rolls up to Gento at the restaurant and orders like 5 different items, and he's like leaving, and she's like, "Who is this girl?" And he's just like, "Oh, by the way, I'm the girl you meet."
Yes. Um, and uh, those two seem like uh, they're the partners.
Yeah, their dynamic is really good right from the get go. Especially they don't. In their first scene, they like they talk out business, and then they go to meet the other gang, and they immediately start fighting over who's going to pay the bill.
Yes. I love his thing, like just interrupting the conversation for a second to be like, is this diluted espresso good?
It's just a lot of good character dialogue in this episode.
Yeah, it's yes, the just really really good introductory character writing in this episode. I I know all three of the ones that we were introduced to, and then the fourth one we met at the very end. But we'll get to know him presumably.
Yeah.
The we kind of got to know him by his absence, to be fair. But they then go through and meet the guy from last week who was kind of having trouble with like orders from the hires up.
Yeah. He was in like the
higher ups. There we go. That's the
yeah. He was
correct
in like
pluralization.
he was like in the headquarters that got like evacuated.
Mhm.
So like he was the guy standing beside the guy who was like, "Oh, that's Ultraman," and he's like, "The fuck, damn." So that is Teraraki.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
going
be
to
the
be
vice
vice
commander.
captain. Yeah. And then we've got judo girl.
Minami.
Who? What was that name? Sorry.
Minami.
Okay,
Minami.
cool.
Sorry, I'm having more words this morning.
No,
It's
that's
it's
fine.
not a good
I've got
morning
kind of a
because I'm not fishing.
yeah. if I am also having issues, but that's because I got I'm still recovering from a cold a little bit.
Yeah.
So we will be fine.
Also, just to point out, both Teraraki and then immediately after Minami have really good bureaucratic paperwork pen gags.
Yes, they do. The does anyone have a pen? Pen, and then like hurriedly scrambling for space on this desk is good.
The pen is no ink either.
Yeah.
And then Minami is like, I don't have anywhere to sign it, so she signs it on Gento's back. And he's
stabbing him in the process.
The other Gento's characterization in that scene is also really good because he like stands at attention because she's like, oh man, it's the cool Captain Gento. He's like, oh, at ease, don't worry. Then immediately
And
after,
stabs him.
she stabs in the back. He's like leaving attention. She's like in the way. And then also as he's leaving, stabs Emmy in the back with a pen.
Yes. I'm in pain. You should be in pain as well. We share. The next little just getting some stuff out of the way while also doing character work in the process is Gento just being like, okay, no family names, only given names or nicknames here. And literally walking away, refusing to respond to someone saying his family name until they call him Captain Gento, and he's like, turns around, yes.
That's really good.
We can't just list every bit, but also it's difficult not to because it's funny.
Yeah. There's also like the bit where they try and find Banto, the engineer guy, and they he's not there.
Oh, yelling, yes.
And they're yelling at the airport, apparently. So like I watched like this cast viewing party after the episode, so they really everyone like watched the episodes again, and like the cast talked about their opinions in the episode, and like Gento's actor mentioned that like at some point the scene kept going after they had lines, so there's a lot of that little scene that's just ad-libbed.
Oh, cool.
Also worth noting, just apparently the show's already finished filming, so
hell yeah. I, I think I said something along the lines of we have to find all the living members of the SSSP, and protect them from this information because it could kill them instantly. I just oh man,
I think it's like
the difference in like production schedules, wild.
Yeah, when you don't have to like put out an episode every single week, you can just chill. As unlike Sentai and Rider, where they change the show as they write it.
Oh god, yeah, god, is that what later Kamen Rider is? Oh fuck.
I mean, it's a thing that happens. I think even in modern ones. I know in like Dawn Brothers, there's a character who like was supposed to die, and then he and his actor and Inoue went out drinking, and they're like, this would be really funny if he came back this way, and so they brought him back.
Okay, no, that's the fine version of it.
But
that's the flirting versus harassment.
I mean, there is both versions. I think I saw that like in the modern Kamen Rider shows, like sometimes in at least the current season, the writer was like, I saw this actor gave a good performance, and I thought it'd be good to make them a writer. Because I wanted to see them transform, and it's getting to a point where it's like this is getting sidetracked from like actual Ultraman talk, but just like a conversation I was having as I was catching up on the show with I was catching up on the show a bit yesterday, and I was talking to my friend about it, and like this line I said in my conversation was like, I remember when way back we complained about how remember when Rider had non-Rider final bosses, and now remember when Rider had non-Rider supporting characters. It's a
damn. Yeah. Oh no, that's this is grim knowledge to me, who has watched the first 5 episodes of Kuga since last week.
Listen, it's a problem for post 2017, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, yeah, I mean I've got hope for a while, but I don't think Kamen Rider's one where I'm gonna watch all the Kamen Rider. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's not gonna be a Gundam for me. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm fine with just picking the ones I'm excited for.
What show does have a supporting cast? Blazar.
Yeah, hell yeah. So they all wind up on the, they're all in the team. They got their uniforms. They wind up at base, and there is a kaiju attack. Big sea monster.
Getos.
What's it called again? Getos.
Yeah.
Is Getos a famous guy?
I don't think so. Okay. I don't want to do the research to check, but off the top of my
that's fine. I just
off the top of my head right now. There's definitely some guys who are like, oh, I've seen that one before. Which I think is good. We're getting new guys.
Yeah. The squad gets told you got to deploy, and Gento's like, we don't have anything. But it turns out they do. They've got some rifles, and also the van has been kitted out mysteriously.
Yeah, when they get to the base, they have nothing, and then they go to the van later, and when they need to get out, and it's like, oh, it's already here. Also, there's a manual for the gun we don't know how to use.
Handwritten. A handwritten manual. Miname's primary role so far is to be someone who reacts to the weird shit.
Teraki's role is to react to crises.
Yes. He's a little stressed.
I also like Emmy. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the front and get intel, and then the next shot we see her, she's dressed in fishing gear with the rest of the fishermen.
Yes, it's great. It's perfect. The actual fight happens. There's like a target on the back of Getos that they need to take down. That they need to shoot, and it'll overheat Getos because it's like a heat vent or something.
Yeah, it's like exhaust to like.
It's the Death Star.
Yeah, it's a regular temperature on land. So
yeah, he's just it's like nailing Womp Rats back home. It's fine. Gento goes ahead, but he has to
Yes,
transform because the fisherman, there's
yeah,
a fisherman who
yeah,
the old guy who's been warning everyone about Gedos, saying like, if we abuse the sea, Gedos will rise. And Gedos has risen, and he's got like a spear, and he's like, I'm gonna impale Gedos, and Gento's like, no, you're not. What are you talking about? And then he faints, and Gento has to transform into
yeah.
Ultraman Blazar.
Just a note, like he gets like the rock starts feeling hot. That's when like the transformation phase appears. And they noted in like the viewing party that like the rock getting hot is like a Blazar communicating with Gento. It's like, oh, time to go.
Ooh, okay,
So,
that's cool. That's cool.
Not in the show. We're getting info from outside the show, but I saw it.
It's, yeah,
I may as well bring it.
That's fine. The fight itself is slightly brief, but it does end on the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
He's fishing. His second ever episode, he uses the spear he turns it into a fishing rod because Gedos throws himself back into the water.
Yeah, he's gonna spear Gedos, and the Gedos like runs away. So he just like makes the spear longer and then starts using the fishing rod. Fishes Gedos out, and then just chucks the spear in the air and skewers it, and then Gedos gets cooked like like he's a barbecue.
Yes. It's excellent. This was not quite the vibe I was expecting from the second episode. It was fantastic. Very good. Just swinging from like these two different directions, these two different modes that they can operate in. It's very good. Looking forward to more. Speaking of looking forward to more, the most important thing gets introduced at the very end, and also in like commercials that I was trying not to watch. I was like averting my eyes when they came up, but second viewing, I did see is like, oh, they've just been advertising this giant dinosaur robot.
Like I was like glad you didn't get to see it until.
I've been diligent.
Review, so.
I've been diligent.
Just like when I watched the first episode with my friend, he was like,
I mean,
"Why are they spoiling me on this?" Yeah,
it's also in the OP. That was like that was the reveal, really.
Yeah.
But
there wasn't OP last week, but there was this.
There was this week.
Also, banger OP, by the way.
It was good. It was good. But yes, they've got Earth Garon. Fuck Ultraman. Garon gang.
Bando, who's like the engineer guy, he's just been like, I got recruited weeks before you guys, and I've just been here building all your kit, including
fucking
this robot.
Temray. It's perfect.
Just as a note, in the watch party, Bando's actor was the funniest guy.
Nice.
He just introduced himself as like, "Hello, I'm Bando's actor. I like sushi," in like English.
Good.
And
wait, like the fucking K-On! Movie? Sorry.
and then
I like sushi.
I think at one point, when like there was like at one point during the watch party, he was like doing air guitar to a song, and his favorite bit from the first episode was when the Blazar was peeking behind the building, and he kept like putting like a piece of paper in front of his face, like he's just a fun guy. Looking forward to seeing more of his actual character, but like the actors just seem to be
excuse me. It was a good episode.
Yeah. Also, just Harno, the brass. He's like suspicious of Ultraman, so he's like, "Oh, Gento, I know you say Ultraman saved you, but maybe he could be a kaiju." And then also, later he's like, "Scarred, your first job is to make sure Earth Garon kills a kaiju for Ultraman."
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I want to, obviously we're in old school Ultraman era on the main show. So, there aren't many foes that are beaten by anyone but Ultraman. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, Wyndham can never.
I'm looking. I'm hoping Garon gets some dubs.
Also, if you notice, like the scarred patch, show when they, in the middle of the episode, they just like show close up of like the patch on their shoulder. When they
What
get
about
the
it?
face. It just it looks like Earth Garon's eye. Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like even before you like obviously for anyone watching you, they would have seen the ads and the OP, but like if you're like, it's a cool foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
That's a cool thing. Oh, what did I have? I had something. I don't. Oh yes, we learned what a blazar is.
Yeah, it's like the core of a living galaxy. I think it was more or less.
Yeah.
It's not just like Japan coming up with cool words.
Yeah, it's
Don't mean anything.
Something a relativistic jet, but like it's there's kind of like the whole emitting a relativistic jet thing is like to me that's where the like spear bit comes from.
Yeah.
For Blazar.
I mean, if it's like
that seems like the inspiration.
It being named after a galactic nucleus makes the black hole bit make sense too, especially because it's light coming black hole.
Yeah.
You know, galactic cores have a supermassive black hole in the center.
Yeah, it's cool. I think that really justifies the finishing move. Yeah. It's really good.
Worth noting, we're getting the classic Ultraman trope of like, what is the name of this Ultraman? And the protagonist is like, his name is this. How do I know that? Don't worry about it.
Weird connections.
I'm not him.
I'm normal.
What do you think of Ultraman, Gento? Guy who is Ultraman. Seems alright.
Yeah, I think he's probably got our best interests. I think he's probably a really cool guy. I think people like him. they wanna buy me coffee.
Ultraman does want to buy Emmy coffee.
Ultraman does want to buy Emmy coffee. Ultraman wants to try out that diluted espresso. Why would you dilute an espresso? What do they mean something specific? Diluted espresso?
I'm not sure.
Do they just mean an Americano?
I gotta be honest, I'm not a coffee person, so I don't know the good roasts.
I mean, it's like literally like diluted would just mean an espresso with more water. So like an Americano, I guess. Okay. I don't know. It seems like a specific thing to say.
If you have coffee information, you could email us.
If you can tell me what a diluted espresso is, and if it's a bit newfangled and fake, go ahead. It's probably just Americano. It's fine. Yeah, Ultraman Blazar is good. Ultraman was crazy good this week.
Yeah. Good show.
We're about to record a podcast for Ultra 7, like 3 episodes of Ultra 7, and it's such it's a good set of shows because it's like 2 very different like good things.
I definitely feel like Blazar was paired well immediately after Ultraman and like alongside 7.
Our timing was immaculate. I don't know how we did it.
I don't know how we managed to do it so that like, oh, we finish Ultraman and immediately start both of these. But
It
I'm
was
happy.
ridiculous.
I don't think this will happen again.
No, absolutely not. It was wild. But yeah, do we have anything more to say about Blazar? This doesn't have to be a super long episode.
Yeah. I mean, I don't expecting these are about to be like, these are more like half-hour episodes, just so like, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be ridiculous to go too much longer than the episode itself.
This is true.
And you know, it's just like a more fun side thing. Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do stuff to color times. So.
Oh yeah. Hit me. This is
3 minutes?
Probably within the bounds.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 24 seconds.
Okay. Is that still? Oh, do we have confirmation that they're still working by the, or do they have to work by the 3 minute thing?
So I forget. I feel like there's some series that mention the 3 minute thing and others that don't. But I definitely feel like, especially in the modern era, it's more like the fight goes as long as we say.
Yeah,
don't worry.
To be honest, do that. That's that's fine. Even if it is really dramatic to do the Evangelion cut to the timer thing.
Yeah.
Hideaki Anno should just exclusively do shit like that. Like never let him touch like big brain stuff again. He just has to do flashing lights, people yelling jargon, and big warning timers.
I think pair him with Gen Urobuchi, who does the actual writing.
I think one would kill the other.
That'd be, you know what? That'd be pretty funny. I think it's just an aside. I think some people have been noticing like some of like both like the alienness of Blazar and like the bureaucratic comedy. He's like stuff that kind of like evocative Ultraman, which I think.
Yes. Yes. Actually, yes. This is something I had not completely considered, but yeah, they're pulling from Shin Ultraman definitely for that. So like, again, they know what they have. They know that they just had a big movie, and it's just like, well, we can get that vibe.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know when filming ended, or when filming even began.
I have to say, because like my assumption is like, if the show completely finishes airing before, like if the show finishes like filming before it airs, I assume they would have had like a year to film it because they do this yearly. You just take that.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been in the gap between like summer of last year to now.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it sounded in like the viewing party, it's like filming had just recently wrapped up. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, whether it's deliberate or not, it's certainly interesting that there's that crossover in terms of vibe. Between the two things.
I mean, definitely it's like Shin Ultraman had been out by the time I started filming it. Because it did come out like a bit earlier in Japan.
Oh right, sorry. Yes, I'm stupid. Yes, foreign media comes out in the country before it comes out in my country. Yes.
Yeah, that's why like the release dates of like Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider in like the West being so close together is like a weird thing. It's sort of like Shin Ultraman took a bit to get here, and then Shin Kamen Rider came immediately, which meant that like they both sort of like we got them both closer together than Japan did.
Yeah. Which I don't know if it's sabotaged Kamen, or I get, to be honest, what sabotaged Shin Kamen Rider was that they didn't show it fucking everywhere.
They also gave it like 4 different fonts in the logo.
Oh, great!
They can't pick a logo. I guess that's the thing I've been seeing.
That's funny.
Like every version, like the original poster, the poster they used for the fan note, the whatever event. Uh, the poster, the logo for the Amazon Prime is in all like different logos, and I'm like, what are you doing?
It's really funny getting like the vibe on how much of a kind of a mess Kamen Rider is these days, because like again, watching the first 5 episodes of Kuga, and I'm just like, this is a revival show. This is like, I have never seen anyone like hit so hard immediately just coming out of the gate. Just be like, yeah, brand new show, let's go, bam.
Yeah. This was like Kuga was like the first big show in like a decade, and they were like, all right, we're bringing it back. This has
It's gotta
to
be good.
Yeah, it's gotta be good. It is funny though, like how much Kuga was like designed to be like, oh, this isn't your dad's Kamen Rider. It's gonna be different. Uh, and then like 2 seasons later, you get Ryuki, which is a Kamen Rider show in name only, basically at the time. And then it's just like it makes Kuga and Agito feel more conventional by hindsight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have so my Kamen Rider. So this is no longer my Ultraman. This is a peek into my brain. My Kamen Rider list. Pull up Kamen Rider. My Kamen Rider list looks like Kamen Rider Black. I'm still gonna watch Kamen Rider Black. I have it.
Once I finish Hibiki, I'm gonna.
I was having an okay time, but it did feel like it was speed running like some like setup stuff, because it was like, it's the 8th Kamen Rider show, although it starts way after Kamen Rider Super 1.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there's like also Kamen Rider's release in the show era is also more sporadic than expected, because like, damn, what's happening?
But anyway, my Kamen Rider list of like things I want to watch, and like I want to watch more Kamen Rider than this.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I have like my insane Sentai list.
Is like Kuga, Ryuki, Kuga, because it's I just got the urge. I was just like, I want to watch Kuga because I hear it's a really good show, and I was like, oh damn, this is a really good show.
Yeah.
But I want to watch Ryuki. But I couldn't start with Ryuki because that's cheating. Because so I've reversed the order of operations here. I want to watch Kamen Rider Gaim because I'm the Urabuchi guy. That's who I am. I can't start with Kamen Rider Gaim because that can't be I can't have my first Kamen Rider be the Urabuchi Kamen Rider. That would be giving in. I can't let that be me. But then starting with Ryuki is also like starting with Urabuchi vibes, because stuff that he has written is like ripping off Ryuki, because everyone rips off Ryuki. So I'm like, well, I'll watch Kuga, then I'll watch Ryuki, and then like, you really like Fives?
Yeah, Fives is my second favorite.
And then
in a way, classic.
And then like, I would be skipping a lot of stuff to get to Gaim, but I would watch Gaim.
I also recommend. Do you recommend Agito? Same.
I will watch Agito.
Doesn't have to be like before Gaim or whatever. It's just like
I don't want to do the Precure Max Heart thing where I just jump straight into the sequel and then like kind of like have to push my way through it.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, Agito is very different from Kuka, especially because it's different writer. Again, Faiz and Don Brothers writer.
Yes. I will circle back to it, but I might circle back to it when it's when it becomes like, oh, I want to see Godai again.
He's not in it.
Oh, okay. I want to see someone again. If it's a sequel. Anyway,
Here's the thing: it's a sequel for like 8 episodes, and they drop it, and like no returning characters. More like in
that's funny. Okay, well, that throws a spanner in the works. We'll see.
it's like really the important thing is I
yeah.
feel like it's improved by like watching Hugo. Like you can treat it as a sequel or not. It's just it also works as a standalone thing. But I think like watching Hugo first.
But anyway,
it was also just like
no, go ahead.
I was just tonally and like writing wise is like a different beast.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to turn this into just Kamen Rider talk, but like I was just like it's like it's Kugo Ryuki. It's I would be skipping so many to get to Gaim, but also it's like it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter. It's not UC. It's not the universe.
You don't have to go strict release order. You're not doing a podcast anytime.
I can just come back and like watch like the ones because like there's was it Forze?
Forze is my favorite one.
Okay.
Space.
It's like that one. There's like W, which is like the detective one or something.
Yes, W is W or double.
I see. They're being clever.
Yeah, W is in Japan is pronounced the same as double, which is wild.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, those are like, and that and fives, or fives.
O's is probably worth it. Onto same writer as Ryuki.
Who? Who's Ryuki? Oh, same writer as Ryuki.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. O's.
I genuinely thought you had said. I thought you said Sam Ryder's Ryuki, and I was like, "Who's Sam Ryder?"
Sam Ryder. Sam Ryder presents Ryuki.
I'm gonna localize Kamen Rider as Sam Ryder. They're all called Sam. That's the through line.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is the birth of a new 4Kids. Let's go.
It's funny, Ryuki did get like a English version. Power Rangers version.
Did it? That's really funny.
Yeah.
When you say Power Rangers treatment, do you mean like with like all the changes and everything?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right. I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah, we should wrap this up. We go talk about Ultra 7.
Hit us with plugs.
You can follow me at Gear Browns on Twitter and on co-host, and also now newly on not Twitter. Yep. We got an email, qpod@gmail.com. There's a coffee Ultra fund that's tip jar if you want to help with media acquisition, subbing, etc. And that's all I got. Also, he's not here, but Rasen's at Rasen Brand on YouTube.
Yeah, if you want to follow the show, you can do so on Twitter at ultra_Q. That is at ultra_QUEUE. Like I said, we're about to record for 3 episodes of Ultra 7. And that'll be coming out this Thursday.
Also, we have a YouTube.
We have a YouTube. What's the YouTube channel called?
Ultra.
Cool.
Did you plug yourself?
Oh, at gender_redacted on Twitter. You don't have to bother. It's fine. I'm getting every time I post about Gundam now, I'm doing like mild numbers. It's worrying me.
Oh no.
It's not like big numbers, but it's like Miss Katajina lose. Today I did numbers. It's like I'm like always in the hundreds. I'm like, what's happening? This never used to happen. What's going on?
And you're going to get into the wrong orbit of people.
I'm already in the wrong orbit of people. It's just that they don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, that helps.
They don't know that I'm out here posting about CCA.
We don't need to bring back Rasen's thread.
Time to go, Axis. I'm happy to fight people. I'm always happy to have a fight on Twitter.
You're stronger than me. I'm always like, well, I wanted to screw you, but I don't feel compromised.
I had like a 3-hour argument with someone who kept talking to me, like refused to talk about Shah's counterattack like it was a movie and not an instructional video on how to drop an asteroid on innocent people. It was so stupid. People.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the asteroid dropping chapter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean the land reform? Anyway, this is officially off the rails. Goodbye.
Bullshit, Blazar, goodbye.
Now that I've endorsed Mao's land reform, goodbye.